What's going on, everybody? Today is going to be Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. David Delano with Get Sports Strong. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Get Sports Strong, along with GetSportsStrong.com. Honestly, was not going to put out a video today, even though I do have at least 2 picks, probably 3 picks. The lines aren't out for every game just yet. Don't like doing videos while I'm driving. But, after yesterday's video, as bad of a loss as we took in the under with the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers, I mean, it's really just one game, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm scared to make predictions still. And scared to make bold predictions. Yesterday, I didn't think it was a bold prediction at all. They're all the numbers. That game started at 8.5. It got bet down to 7.5. I don't know who out there thought the game would be 11-9 with Greinke and Davies, but it really doesn't matter because if that game would have been 5-0 going into the bottom of the 9th, and the Brewers would have scored 4 runs to make it a 5-4 game. At the end of the day, it still would have been a loss. So it really doesn't matter. 1 run, 20 runs, it doesn't really matter. Unless that I'm not on PointsBet. Maybe you guys can leave me a comment, let me know if PointsBet is something that I should join. I have heard about that, where it takes into account how close you are or how far off your bets are. But I don't have an account on there like most of you guys. Casinos or offshore websites. It's a loss. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, enough talking about just one game there. The game that I'm going to go with today for the free play that's on my card is going to be, I'm going to go to Minute Maid Park. Houston Astros hosting the Chicago White Sox to end a 4-game series. Houston won the first 2 games of the series. White Sox bounced back with a 9-4 win yesterday. And now the White Sox are looking for to split. Houston 18-5 at home. Look, we all know that the Astros are amazing. I think they're the best team in baseball. Some may say the Dodgers. It doesn't matter. They're top 3. You can't debate that. They're top 3. You got Lucas Giolito going for the White Sox, 5-1. Leave ERA around 3.5. Corbin Martin 1-0. Earned run average, I think about 3.86, making his 3rd major league start. I got this when it was at plus 180. Now it's about plus 167. I'm going to take the Chicago White Sox on the money line. If your life depends on it, of course the Houston Astros can beat the Chicago White Sox. The Houston Astros are a better team than the Chicago White Sox. We know that. A lot of numbers will support it, and just watching baseball, you know that. Lucas Giolito, though, 4-0. On the road this season, earned run average about 2.42. And he's actually done pretty well against the Astros in his career. And if you look at the numbers, the ERA is a little inflated. He made two good starts against the Astros. Sandwiched in between, he had 1 horrible start. Or I believe he gave up about 9 runs in 1 start. The other 2 starts, I think he gave up 2 runs or less. I'm not looking at anything right now. So I'm going to take the Houston Astros to get beat by the Chicago White Sox. I'm going to take the Chicago White Sox on the money line to get the upset. Now let me tell you a game that I'm not playing. And there's a chance that the White Sox could lose and that this other game that I'm not playing could hit. Detroit Tigers favored over the Miami Marlins. Matt Boyd going on against Richards for the Marlins. Detroit was about a minus 165 favorite, though. Now I do see it's down to about minus 150. I'm not playing that game. Should the Detroit Tigers win? Yes, the Detroit Tigers should win. But I don't feel like you should lay minus 150 on the Detroit Tigers. Look, I follow the Detroit Tigers, man, as hard as anybody. They suck. They should win this game. Obviously, Matt Boyd's a better pitcher. They cannot lose forever. But let's say that Boyd, I don't trust the Tigers' bats. I mean, Boyd could go 7 innings, give up 2 earned runs, and, you know, leave up 3-2, and then they lose this thing. I don't trust the Tigers. And the Tigers may lose, but, and they may win, but I feel like at minus 150, I cannot back a team that bad. Because sometimes, I look at it like this. You know, if this is something that you do all the time, let's say you just have you go to the window with $100. You take the Chicago White Sox right now plus 167. You win, you get back 267. That's a $100 profit. You take the Detroit Tigers. You go to the window with $100. Tigers win, you get back 167. That's a profit of $67. About 2.5 times the return on the Chicago White Sox. Obviously, they're playing the Astros, who are a better team. But, you know, sometimes you're not going to get that type of return if you don't take a chance here and there. And I just cannot take that type of risk with the Detroit Tigers right now, personally. Now, well, that's enough of that. You guys understand what I'm saying. The Detroit Tigers may win. The Chicago White Sox may lose. But that is how I'm going with it. I've got 2 more games today on the card. At least there's another game really looking at that I think I'm going to pass on, because when you have underdogs like the Chicago White Sox on your card and you're taking those chances, you know, you don't want to put out too many plays. But we are going to go with the Chicago White Sox. Lucas Giolito. Let's get it. Thanks for watching, and God bless.